Welcome back to the National Hockey Centre here in Glasgow. Welcome back to you for our final two games of feature commentary. And in the Grandmasters European Cup, brought to you by the WGMA. Got a really tasty game for you in the Glasgow sunshine as the Netherlands take on Scotland in the over-60s European Cup. Scotland with a win against Italy and a draw against Wales, the Dutch. A big win against Italy themselves and a narrow, important win against the Germans. So let's look at the sides, and for the Netherlands, Wouter van Til is the real outlet that could be a big threat for Scotland. 3 goals so far in this competition. Frank Snetlaga is another player with a couple of goals, with Bart Kroening also with a couple. The captain for the side is Martin van Rijn. For the Scotland side, captained by Ian Wilson, Gordon McKenzie is their top goal scorer with 3 goals in the flourished during the competition, with a few goals bagged by the likes of Arthur Robertson and William Taylor amongst others. It is a side that know that high scoring draw against the Welsh, that they need to maybe cause a surprise and defeat the Netherlands here to give them a chance of getting out the pool. Well, the recent history suggests that this should be favourable to the Dutch at this age level. In 2016 at the World Cup, it was a 3-1 win for the Dutch in the quarter-final, and in previous wins at the 2015 Euro Hockey Championships, the Masters edition, with the Netherlands leading Scotland by 3-1 again. There was a tournament trophy game between the two, which finished 5-0, so stats all tick towards the Dutch, but players change and the like over the last year or two, and we shall see how this one goes. There is another game happening behind us. We'll try and bring some score updates. Spain against England, also in Pool B in Scotland's group this morning. Germany defeated Italy by 5 goals to 0, so they are on 4 points with Scotland as we are underway for our next offering from the National Hockey Centre, and a very exciting offering, we hope, over the next hour or just over. Great to have you with us on Facebook and on YouTube as well, wherever you're watching. It's great to have you here. I am Callum Patterson, your commentator. Glad to have you with us. Fantastic crowd in here as well today, once again. Early ball flung towards the D. Early threat coming from right channel and from William Taylor. Scored a couple of goals already this tournament. Here's Neil Sturrock. By it goes. Here's Van Til. Threatening goal scorer for his Dutch side, but pinch still for him. Johnston's Buffalo could only find the side in white and orange. One from right to left in this first couple of quarters. Now it's their turn to funnel attacking for Borstlap. Turnover. Derek Johnston just not sure everything's alright, struggling a little bit there, the Scottish player. Gradually getting back to his feet. Turn from Alistair MacArthur. And Emelian did well to get it back. Good start from both sides, open start. Forward from Van Claveren. Benson found its way to Van Rijn. And run into the Scottish brick wall. Sturrock's ball was a good one. Alright, in the end, Taylor's ball across, couldn't quite find and stick to the intended target. Netherlands losing out in the final of this competition in 2015 to England. Neil Sturrock's ball across! Oh, not quite connecting. Graham Taylor. Scotland were encouraged by the start here. There's a moment there for the Scots in the first few minutes. Been pretty end-to-end from both sides here. Not a clatter of Sturrock, but Scotland have it back. Robertson, well, only briefly. Bit of canniness from David Rowlands. Sturrock. Scotland gathering the momentum again. Another free hit here for Benny Gibson. Sturrock into the circle. Dutch gets it away. Skiffed up and fortuitously off a Dutch player illegally, so they got the free hit. Scotland taken there by Gale, doing well. Van Tel. Rostlap in front, it's behind Rostlap and bounces! And Ryan kind of balled up, I think, off his foot in the end. I think it might well surprise him coming to him, but that was a threatening ball across the D. That was so for Van Ryn. Scotland play on, swept across by Gibson. Payton's ball cut out, but he might well rescue it and does. Gibson back for Mackenzie. Turn around here for the Dutch. Chef and Gale. Oh, what a lovely pirouette. Got the crowd cheering. Back heels of us, ball across for Boslap is at the best. Oh, it's a juggle which I just thought for a moment they were in there. Ball up from Clavering until scrambling and into wheel his way around in the circle. Back it comes though for Scotland with Mackenzie. Lovely ball for Robertson. Sturrock chasing him, no. It's coming, so it'll come back for the free hit. I think Sturrock would actually reach it, to be honest, but I think that's the point he was making. Scotland maintain possession. Rollins on the turn, Sturrock. Is it through for Gibson? That's a penalty corner. Charlie's flying in. Here are sticks. And Scotland have a penalty corner. 9 minutes played. First one of the game. Officials incidentally are Shahid Areen of England and John McMurray Wallace from Australia. It's going to be Arthur Robertson to inject. Ian Wilson, the captain, is in the centre of a clutch of players. Wilson knows a bit of a mistrap, but Gibson will try and keep it alive. Gibson trying to force it. It's going to be another penalty corner and another flying stick, and there's going to be a card. And a couple of minutes to the bin for one of the Dutch defenders. Passionate from the sliding white and orange, but the umpire's made his mind up. And taking his seat there is Jan Reefers, and another penalty corner here then for Robertson. Also we're looking to potentially trap this better this time. Cross for Sturrock, back to Robertson. Keeper makes himself big. Good stuff there from Rail Locke, who's in today. Scotland still have it. Back from the long corner. Gibson for Glenn Payton. Rollins. Ball, it's a good idea. Robertson trying to get a grasp of it. Sturrock. Back it goes for the long corner. Kenzie's for Sturrock again. There's an unfortunate slip on the Mulan. Sturrock again. Mackenzie. Some great pressure this from Scotland. The Netherlands holding off this wave at the moment. Sturrock tries a different route. It's blattered with ferocity, but Robertson good pick up and Netherlands can break. T-shirt Boslap Sports out wide. Croonan was thinking of flinging it in. Little block though. And Clavering forwards. Good stuff from Gibson. Gibson's free hit. That's loose though from Scotland. Solo run here is Van Ryn. Penalty corner against Glenn Payton. It's been a feisty first 15. Not even at the end of the first 15, but what an open start and a terrific watch so far. Payton can't quite believe the decision, but umpire, both of them agreeing anyway, both umpires. First Dutch penalty corner, Van der Meulen in the centre there. To the left of him is Van Ryn. 5 round the D. And it's not a million miles away from Van der Meulen linking up with Van Giel's trap. Scotland get it back. Taylor. Penalty corner, another stick flying in. And not given the rough room from the free hits in 90 seconds, just under left on the clock for this first quarter. Another penalty corner here for the Scottish side. No goals as of yet. Arthur Robertson heading across once more. Wilson remains in the middle of the Scottish players round there. Dutch defender is going to be saying see you later because he's ran a bit too quickly, so they'll try again. It was even for Gibson that time, the injection in. So down to 3 defenders here, 2 on either side of the post, 1 in the middle. Robertson once more to inject. Comes to Wilson. Oh, and at that time it was well defended. Good stuff by Van der Meulen. He got out quick to disrupt the pass back to the injector, Robertson. And in the end, he went clean out of play. Final few seconds of the quarter. Lovely pass it was to Van Giel. And towards Van Ryn. Oh, penalty corner. at the other end. Arms are straight up from the Netherlands players looking for penalty corner. This will be the final play, so the Dutch will probably send everyone up here. Might as well. Big chance for them, for Crowning to inject here. So everyone around the D, it's always good to see when it gets to the end quarter. Who's going to take the lottery ticket? Oh! There's Van der Meulen again. His shot hit one of his own teammates in the foot. It was the injector Crowning, and that'll end that. And at half time, they've ended the first quarter rather, I should say. What a thrilling first quarter it's been. It feels like it should be half time. It's been absolutely terrific. But no goals as yet. Netherlands 0, Scotland 0. Well, just trying to draw a bit of breath here after an exciting first quarter. Elsewhere in the competition, in the game behind us taking place in pitch 2 at the National Hockey Centre here in Glasgow. It is Spain against England. This is a big game actually on the secondary pitch. I'll try and bring you updates from it as we go in Pool A, because Spain had a superb start with 2 wins. England as well, so it's a game which featured the top 2, likes of Ireland, possibly Belgium still with a chance while we're looking on with intent. Ireland play next against France, so you'd suspect Ireland, if the way the French are playing Ireland, will be looking to win that one. They'll be going to 6 points, and it's a real fight between, you suspect those 3. Belgium's still in it, but you might suspect it's between those 3. But England have the lead against Spain thanks to the goal from Henry Robinson in the early stages of the second quarter. So England with the lead in a very tasty game, and we've got England in our coverage tomorrow against Belgium, Scotland against Germany too. And the over 60s competition is really heating up in this pool phase before we get to the knockout stages come the weekend. Dutch looking to start strong here. Keel looking to keep it in his path, and another free hit. Into the circle, oh, it's fell through, and well, the Scottish defence always counting the lucky stars there. Roger Van Tel is looking to score another goal in this competition, but just whistled by the goal. Ball up here for Morrison, just by Gibson. Unsafe. That was a loft. Nice ball towards the D. Come up off a foot, it has. Clever play. So another penalty card for the Dutch. It goes the combine for Van der Meulen across. Van der Meulen to get it back. Well saved and bobbled in. Maybe not the prettiest of goals we'll ever see, but the patience from the penalty corner. Several passes. And number 1 on the board is the important one. And the Netherlands have the breakthrough. And back to that goal scoring man, that is Wouter van Til. Scotland having to come from behind now. Probably were edging it towards the end of the first quarter, Scotland, but Netherlands starting the second very well. Rollins, pass for Candlin, won't come for him. Van Rijn disrupting. That was pinched well by Payton. Looking for possibly Morrison. Robertson across. Oh, and just behind Robertson. So a Scottish ball. Gibson for Robertson. Back to the long corner. Ball switched across, the Dutch ran through the danger to clear away Van Giel's ball, came off the foot, but will carry on. Oh, but taken. Morrison trying to run and keep the ball at the same time. Didn't quite work as intended. That was a turn around and a run from Van Giel, which worked out favourably. Free hit on the edge of the circle. Oh, it's a Scottish ball. Dutch support not liking that. Kenzie has to watch, look at the 3 or 4 touch players around him and quickly taken, but I think that was in the wrong spot. Yeah, Van Rijn trying to sneak away. Scotland playing with a little bit of fire, struggling to get out their own 23 and even out their own D there with that passing because the press came on. They don't succumb to any pressure or goals there, but not the risky. But here comes Payton. Margie Bargy with Helen. This ball, this ball almost came through for Bishop, just couldn't quite trap it. The idea was wonderful. Back to Scotland and to Sturrock back on the pitch. Wonderful pick up and read from Rollins. Sturrock. Hear the groans from the crowd from that coming together. It is Scotland's ball. Sturrock gets it back. Down in the corner is Johnston. All coming across Mackenzie. A long corner. No, the umpires have came across to the decision that it will be a penalty corner, and several of the Scotland players put their arm up, kind of think that maybe that was the right call to change it, but the umpires working in unison there. And Arthur Robertson to inject 4.5 minutes to half time. Johnson to the left, we've got Wilson in the centre, Mackenzie, Sturrock to the right, behind is Bishop. Towards Wilson. Again looking to try and thread it through for Robertson. Well, it's came to him, but now in a different spot. And side leading managed to wriggle it away, and they could break. Feenstra in control. Sturrock came back. Little slip though from Neil Sturrock. Picked up by Helen. Coming together with John Hay. Just inside the 23. Helen. With Scotland ball. Almost gifted back to the Netherlands. Ball bounced up, it was a slow run for Neil Sturrock. Bounced up to the face. Still manages to get up though and despite in pain get a instruction out to his side. Half time in the other game, Spain have equalised against England. Salvatella with the goal. Johnson had support on the Mullen, and the way by it goes. A minute left till half time. And Ryan pinching it. Linking up with Janssen. Scotland is trying to either wriggle in the clock or wriggle out of the tight space. They've kind of done both there. The difference between the two sides then as we head towards half time is the patient goal from the Dutch. Van Til getting that little bit on it, and as we head into half time break we'll be back shortly for the third quarter, but at half time it is the Netherlands 1, Scotland 0. Welcome back. We are ready to go for the third quarter. It was a pulsating first couple of quarters, with the Netherlands taking the lead against Scotland early on in the second quarter, but both sides fairly even, with chances at both ends. Maybe even though fewer penalty corners the Dutch have had, maybe more clinical. Well, certainly for the one moment that they got the goal, they were clinical. England have retaken the lead against Spain in the other game. Mark Precious, their captain, in the 36th minute after Henry Robertson gave them the lead. Salvador Salvatella getting one back for Spain, but England retaking the lead. Big game, that one, between the top two in the other pool, Pool A, and we've got the real look at the other games tomorrow as well. But this is a great look at the Dutch, who are going to set up a chance here for number 2, and they have scored again, and it's the flick on the line. Umpires are going to quickly talk. Van Til was on the line. I'm not sure if he's saying that it actually wasn't my goal, but wonderful play it was between Van Rijn, and also there was Boslap as well. But we'll just wait for a moment just in case that umpires spotted something. Having a chat with David Rollins of Scotland. Certainly David Rollins is having a good listen to the conversation. But what a hammer blow it would be for the Scots, and like the second quarter, losing an early goal if it is going to be given. And it is going to be given 2-0. I say it doesn't really reflect the play. That's been 2-0, but maybe, as we say, more clinical their play in those crucial times, and that's why they have a margin. Scotland ball that. Made by Klopp, and quickly on to Payton. His pass didn't find Sturrock. Helen's ball was a poor one, only found Sturrock. Sturrock just picking up the loose ball and still trying to keep it alive. Bishop there, and I think it followed up and off his foot or another Scottish foot, and almost a little glimpse of a goal. Dedrick Klopp taking on Peyton. Nice weave and turn this. Van Giel doing well. Peyton away. Sturrock. On to Taylor. Scottish free hit Taylor. Johnston. Scotland keeping it alive. Taylor. Sturrock the shout given. Robertson across. Agony for the Scottish supporters. Not quite falling for Bishop. Wonderful pressing from the Scots there. Start rolling it off on Claveren's foot. Starting just about keeping it. Flop having to watch. Scottish ball but back on halfway. Scotland in a hurry, a bit too much of a hurry for the umpire, wasn't in the right spot. Scotland get the long corner. Kenzie. Flick from Robertson. It's going to be a penalty corner. Sturrock on the floor. Despite the Dutch protest there, not entirely sure they got much to protest about. Robertson to inject again. Mackenzie wriggling through. Robertson trying to keep it in there, and away by Mackenzie and Johnson. I think getting in the way of each other. Six and a half minutes left of this third quarter. We're in. Netherlands with a 2-goal lead at Mantell. I think getting them both. The second one, he wasn't quite sure if he was taking the responsibility if he did tap it on the line. Give it the benefit of the doubt to him just now. Might have been Botslav who got the second, but we shall leave it to see what the officials say afterwards. The TOs. Great to have our coverage aided with the graphics on the event by Altus, the real-time statistics and information. Doing a grand job. Robertson trying to claim it. In the third quarter, England have the lead still against Spain. You might have heard the hooter behind us, but just heard it going off from pitch 2. So the lead for the English against Spain. Scotland looking to get on with it, but there is going to be a card here in the Netherlands to start to play a bit too much for umpires liking. And a green card. Gibson wide. Rollins. Van Giel, the one that was carded. Sturrock for Scotland. Only find Van der Meulen. Clearance initially, then goes to only Rollins. At the end of the move, as Scotland think about their next attack, Netherlands in a comfy spot. 2-0, the Dutch have the advantage. Should help them for the pool. Payton. Robertson. Penalty corner here. Another card going to be flying out for the Dutch. I think Van Klaveren, the guilty party. Watson across the jet umpires, I think, just trying to check out what colour or what the player is. See if the card comes from it, but we'll carry on for now. Neil Sturrock is in the centre of the pocket. Another penalty corner. It doesn't look like there will be another card here for the Dutch. Certainly did see a hand go into the pocket, but after the two umpires chatted, not going to happen. But we'll concentrate on this for Arthur Robertson. Sturrock, Robertson. And the effort is scrambling around. Effort came in from the Scots again. Payton trying to keep it alive. Johnson was right next to the keeper trying to smuggle it over. But that comes to the end of that move. Anxious looking Murray Payton watching on. And Clavering forwards and wide to Heel. Back on that for his couple of minutes, and there's a penalty corner up the other end. And Peyton, I think, needing a breather, getting quietly back to his feet, taking his time, getting in there to try and defend this. Mark Crooning is to inject once more. Van Giel in the centre of the 5 round the D, and just behind him is Van Claveren. Stopped by Van Giel. Hill across, and that is clinical, absolutely clinical from the Netherlands. Scotland have huffed and they're puffed for the whole quarter, for the whole game. At times it's felt like, well, they certainly have been put to pay. And Van der Meulen taking plenty of the congratulations from his teammates. 3-0. If you're a Scottish supporter, you'll be thinking, how on earth is it 3-0? Started trying to keep it alive, but Dutch have it back. The clock will tick down towards 0 for this quarter. And just ruthless, the Dutch, very ruthless. They've extended their lead through that penalty corner right at the end of this 15-minute phase. It's 3-0 to the Dutch here. ready to go for the final 15 minutes. It's been a tight game in terms of the two in the front, but the Netherlands have just been sensational when they have had the real chance. Three times the Dutch have punished Scotland for about 40 minutes of that 15-minute third quarter. It was a Scotland attack which were threatening, but there was two glimpses in that third quarter where Netherlands went up the other end and scored both times. England sullied in the other game, 2-1. They've got around about 8 minutes left. It does mean that this pool, Scotland might well just be come to the end of getting out of this group in the semi-final phase. There is crossover games, the sides that don't make it into the semi-finals for final positioning and the like. It's won back well by Candlin forward. Sturrock trying to help it. It went a bit wide, but Morrison had to go on a sprint. Here come the Dutch. Helen with a good run out wide on that far side. It goes, but not quite the link up. He's looking for it back. Unfortunate for Borslap. Mullen, good pass. That wasn't quite so good from Shanna Weefers. Theo Helen collected back up, not quite the pick up from Van Heel. Taken there by Morrison. Sturrock. Wind taking out, I think, a few sails for Scotland when that third goal went in. And the Dutch just down a gear slightly in this final quarter, but they can still pose a threat. Helen forward initially. Here's Waslap. Helen back again. Little wriggle through. Keeper saves. There's the long corner. Van Rijn took a slow one in the middle of the scrum. Robertson. Scotland's free hit. Robertson has worked hard all game. McKenzie scored the 3 goals against Italy. Hay off board slab. Sturrock trying to dribble it down. Gibson to Robertson. Ian McCraith. Flicked up, is going to fall for MacArthur. And diving out there is Roll Lock. Sturrock dribbles across again. Lock kicking a couple of times. And pinball for a moment. Let's get it restarted. Oh, and a miss there from Rollins. And Van Rijn, the captain. Keeper's out. But brilliant stuff. Brilliant defending. Arthur Robertson has been tireless with his efforts. A penalty corner there, to the groans of the Scottish supporters on the bench below us. Back crooning is to inject once more for the Netherlands. And Gale traps until whistles away and by his head, but they've got another penalty corner. full-time hooter has sounded. The other game England have won a big result against Spain. Netherlands looking to add more loss with another goal here against Scotland. And the effort from Van Til saved. Kenzie for Gibson. Candlin. So that wins for England in another pool, Pool A, as they go on to 9 points. Spain stay on 6. Ireland have got the chance to join them on 6 against France coming up on the pitch 2 behind us next. Got a bit of focus on the European Cup over 6s again tomorrow. It comes towards the business end of the groups phase anyway. Netherlands just trying to pick off the Scotland defenders here. Helen doing really well. He's annoyed. He made such a good run down towards the baseline. Four minutes left in the game. Umpires wanting the ball in the right spot. It's in the centre. Come on, lads. Thea Hillen. Switch across comes to nothing. Just under 4 minutes left, 3-0 up, and Matt Kroonenbos still showing his passion or his displeasure at the poor pass. At a table context for this pool, the way it's looking, Netherlands will go to 9 points from their 3 played. Wales from their 3 are on 5. Scotland will win 4 with Germany. Italy on nothing. So there is still life. Italy and Wales and Scotland with them drawn. Wales with a slight edge over Scotland and Germany, but still alive for the sides. Now a turn around here for Scotland and Sturrock. Not happy, Sturrock, with his position of his teammates. Forward that came, but bounced off Hay, but off his foot. There's going to be a card showing though first. For an earlier instant, tried to keep the game going. Going to be a yellow card. Won't mean too much in the context because there's only 2.5 minutes left. But card flung there for Mark Crooning. And now up the other side, can still attack Van Til. It's going to be another one, is it? Set up superbly, absolutely superb. So clinical. Van Til takes the plaudits and hopefully if it goes to form, I'm pretty sure he's got 3 of them. He's trying to maybe not claim the touch like the Netherlands got for the second goal. Scotland carry on, despite the Dutch still not in position. Sturrock was on at a full rate of knots. And the recent record of the Dutch at this age group, winning against Scotland, will carry on. Candlin trying to wriggle the space, and that's the end of that. 90 seconds left. play on, says the umpires there. A crease ball across. Hey. Scotland's ball, looking just for one. Sturrock, it's trying to wield in further. Now it's 1 against 2. Mantell. Robertson back though. This Carnley came in, stole the ball and is off with the pass for Canlon. Gibson. Well, a few seconds here. McKenzie. Big shout to Vin the D. But the hooter will go. And the Netherlands, absolutely brutal at times, just went up to their end when Scotland, who were camped at times down the Dutch end, or certainly were making a lot of the headway and trying to create chances. The Dutch would go down the other side and score goals. Absolutely terrific stuff from them. A side, of course, that reached the final in 2015. But they have won, and they have all but secured their path to the knockout phase. They're going to 9 points. They've got a big enough cushion now to reach that. They probably will now win as well, going by all the permutations. And Scotland, well, are still in it with their third game. They're on 4 points. They'll need to win against Germany and see what happens with Wales. And the other game in Group B, they might have an outcome before they play, actually, because Wales play beforehand in pitch 2. A lot to be decided tomorrow, but any one of the 3 sides will go through. Netherlands, just doing the maths, are definitely through, and Wales are in the box seats, but Scotland and Germany still have a chance. Also, Scotland play Germany, as the Netherlands against Wales, so if Wales were to lose, you never quite know. So lots to decide tomorrow in over 60s competition, with that game, Netherlands and Scotland. So this one finishing 4-0 to the Dutch here in this one. So all that excitement to come tomorrow. Still one game for us here on the main pitch at the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. We'll leave you for the moment though, as we're going to switch focus onto the tournament trophy, and a good story as well to tell you a bit more about in a few minutes time. But the Netherlands TT up against Wales Dragons. We'll be back with that one shortly, right here from Glasgow.